And we are live, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Kirill, your host. Super happy to have you here because today we are going to talk about how to use the smartest and heaviest AI models in Home Assistant for free without a supercomputer. That's going to be the topic for today, and I prepared a lot of stuff for you. We are going to have hands-on lab demos and everything. I also prepared some games that I want to participate in them to make this fun because you're steering this live stream. Whatever you say, I'll execute. And let me show you what I prepared. This is my screen. This is the general overview, the high level plan. We have several points here, and when we cover something, I will tick it, and that way we will not miss anything important. So we are going to talk about how to run the heaviest, the biggest AI models available in Home Assistant for free without any cost. So we are going to use Ollama. Probably some of you know about that. But before that, let me ask you something. Where are you from? Please type in the chat. Where are you currently located? I'm in Bulgaria, Sofia. Currently it's 10:30 p.m. And I want to know where are you from, because that's always interesting. And please type in the chat. I hope you hear me and see me well. My Raspberry Pi and my Home Assistant voice P just died in front of me. I don't know why. They shut down for some reason, but that's not an issue because we are not going to use them in this live. I'm seeing France. Hello. Hello to France. Wales in the UK. Hello. Netherlands. Okay. Good. You have nice badges. Number 2 with a crown. Hello to Netherlands. Greetings. Greece. Hello, neighbor. I'm not sure where is this Nafpaktos. I've been in Greece several times, but not in this city. Maybe I should visit it someday. San Diego, CA, US. Hello, hello, San Diego, CA, US. What time is it right now in San Diego? I don't know. Probably it is somewhere in the morning. I don't know. Never mind. There is one thing that I want to share as well before we start. And this thing is this PDF. I prepared a PDF that goes with this video, and it is full with the instructions that we are going to execute during this live. So this live and this PDF are a combo, great combo, and you can get this PDF right now for free. This is how the PDF is looking like. Everything is here. All the steps, all the YAML code that we are going to test, all the comments, descriptions, tables, everything. And basically we are going to use this PDF as a cheat sheet because we have a lot of things to cover, and I don't want to miss a thing. And to get this PDF, you can follow this automate-like.pro/Ollama Cloud link. I'll paste it in the chat. So this is a link from where you can download this PDF that goes with this live stream. It is totally free. Have in mind that I'll send you a confirmation mail where you have to confirm that you're not a robot. And after that, you receive the email. You'll also be subscribed to my newsletter, and I'll send updates like this one. Hey guys, I'm having a live, please join. If you don't like this newsletter, my free newsletter, you can unsubscribe at any time without any hard feelings. I also want to share that in the screen. You can scan this QR code that you're seeing on the screen right now with your camera's phone, and you also get this PDF. So this PDF, we are going to use it intensively during this live. And these are the topics that we are covering. We are going to talk about Ollama. What is Ollama? We are going to connect Ollama to our Home Assistant. I prepared this test Home Assistant environment. So we're going to connect. What happened with... Okay, that's fine. We're going to connect Ollama to Home Assistant. Then we are going to talk about AI models, local models and cloud models. We'll compare different AI models, and we'll test some co-automations and other demos. I prepared a lot of demos for you guys, so stick around. They are very interesting, especially the AI task demos, which we are going to cover later in the stream. And one more surprise. After this live stream, I suppose we are going to hang around an hour and a half, something like that. And after this stream ends, we're going to have an after party in my Discord. So the party continues in my Discord. So if you want, you can join there. If you're already a Discord member, please just log in. Otherwise, you have to visit this link, invite link. I'll also paste it in the chat, and you'll be able to join my Discord server. And in this Discord server, we are all with the same blood type. We are all Home Assistant fans. And as I told you, the after party after this stream ends, we'll continue there. We'll hang out there. Actually, this is how the Discord is looking like. This is it. The party will be in the meetup channel. So please join there after the live to continue the party. And let's start with this stream. I'll quickly check the chat. South Africa said, I cannot spell your name. Sorry, I'm not very good with the names. Just order time the mini PC. Okay, we're going to have Q&A session at the end. Hi from France. One more guy from France. Hello, France. Greetings. And let's continue with the meat of this stream. What is Ollama? Ollama is a free software that can be run on any major OS operating system. And this free software allows you to run AI models, the most popular AI models locally on your hardware, on your laptop, or from very recently, you can run very heavy models in the Ollama cloud for free. And this is the trick that I'm about to show you in this stream, because these heavy AI models can work. I test them and they can work with Home Assistant as well. And cloud models and local models have some pros and cons, and we are going to discuss that in details. I'm just highlighting what Ollama is. So this is the Ollama website, ollama.com, says double L with double L. And if you click on download, you can download this software for macOS, Linux, or Windows. macOS version is looking like that. Let me change the screen to this one. Okay, that's better. macOS is looking like that. And as you can see in the taskbar on the top, I have this cute little llama. This is the icon of the software. And I have a settings, nothing more. And here I can select a model and I can ask this model some things. I can type any prompts, I can type queries, just like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and so on and so forth. But if I'm using the local AI models, no data will leave my home network, but more on that part later. So this is Ollama. The Windows version is looking pretty much the same. The Linux, to install it on Linux, you have to execute this command. You have to copy it and you have to paste it in your Linux terminal and you have it. I didn't see the Linux version, probably, I don't know, it is command based or maybe it is having also a GUI version. I don't know. You have to double check that. If you are a Linux user, you'll figure it out, I'm sure about that. Once Ollama is downloaded and once you install it, you will have this cute Ollama if you run it on macOS or on Windows. And the other benefit is that you can type Ollama commands in your command prompt, terminal, whatever you have. For example, Ollama list will list me all AI models that I have downloaded. And I'll show you how you can download AI models as well in just a little bit. So this is what Ollama is. Ollama is a simple app. I'll read what I write here because sometimes I express myself better in writing than in speaking. So Ollama is a simple app that lets you run powerful AI models like ChatGPT, Gemma. Gemma is the Google model, local model. Llama or Llama, that's the meta model. Deepseek, that's the famous Chinese model lately. Or Qwen, this is another famous model coming from Alibaba Foundation or corporation, I don't know what it is. Or anything else. Basically, there are a lot of models. If you go to the Ollama website and if you click on models, you can see how many models they have. Very, very detailed explanation for every model. If you click on it, there are some tags below models. For example, tools and thinking. Tools, if the model is having a tool stack, that means it will be able to command your Home Assistant. That's one of the features. So tools means assist will work in Home Assistant. Thinking means if you enable thinking, the model will think more before it answers. The answer will be slower, but eventually more clever, the better answer we'll have. And stuff like that. So the models are too many to cover in this live stream, but I will focus on major ones that I told you about: ChatGPT, Gemma, Llama, actually ChatGPT, Deepseek, and Qwen. But we'll see that. You will see that. To download and install Llama, you have to follow these steps. They are all well described. Let me zoom a bit. They are all well described in the PDF that I told you about. You can download it from this link that you're seeing on your screen right now. This PDF is yours to have, so download it and watch the live stream and the PDF side by side, and you'll get everything from the first time. So we cover how you can install them. One important thing that I don't want to miss: in order Home Assistant to connect to Ollama, you have to expose your Ollama server. That is happening from the settings. And in the settings, there is a switch, expose Ollama to the network, and this should be enabled. And by enabling this, you expose your Ollama in your home network, not outside your home network, only inside it. So don't worry. That is a must in order to Home Assistant to connect, to integrate with Home Assistant, with Ollama, sorry. So this should be enabled. This is how you can enable it on Mac. This is how you can enable it on Windows as well, because the Windows version is pretty similar. On Linux, I have a link. I have a link somewhere here for Linux. Where it is, the Linux expose? Here it is. You have to follow these instructions right here. So you have to invoke systemctl, and you have to add this environment and variable, and you have exposed. The other option is the Linux version to be also as well as similar to the Mac one, and you just have to go to settings and to expose the Ollama to your home network. Next step that I want to cover is how you can run AI models in Ollama. There are 3 basic commands that you should know to operate efficiently with Ollama. And these are pool, Ollama pool, and then the model name, which will download the AI model. For example, if I want to download, I don't know, this model, I have to type Ollama in my terminal. I have to type Ollama pool and the model name. But I'll not download it right now because, as you can see, this model is 9 gigabytes in disk space, and it will take me a lot of time to download it, and I may hurt the streaming. I'll not do that. So this is how you can download a model. And once the model is downloaded, you can start using it either by the Ollama app, or from Home Assistant, or from any other system that can integrate with Ollama. But we're going to focus on Home Assistant part in just few minutes. And once the model is downloaded, you can select it from this list here, and you can start using it. That's all. That's nothing scary, nothing special. The other useful command is list. I showed you that already. This will list all of your models, just like that you're downloaded. And you may also want to remove a model from time to time if you don't like it, or if you want to download the latest version, because as you can see, some models are having, actually all models are having version, and from time to time newer version is released that is smarter, better, and so on and so forth, and you may want to download the latest version. So for that, it is a good idea to remove the old one and to pull the latest one. That's what you have to do. And that's Ollama is having more commands, but these are the essentials. You don't need anything more. Hello from Portugal. Hello, Portugal. Hi, Gethard. Hello. And let's continue. I told you that there are 2 types of AI models with Ollama, local ones and cloud ones. Cloud models are introduced very recently, I think a month ago or even sooner. Before that, there was only local possibilities. Now, Ollama is having cloud models. What are cloud models? First, let me explain what are local models. Local models use your computer's power, use your RAM, CPU, and VRAM. That's your graphic card RAM. If you have a powerful GPU, graphic card, the model can use that. The problem with that is that with this approach with local models is that if your computer is slow, the model may not run on it, or the answers may be too slow. I don't know, there can be timeouts, or the answer can arrive after minutes and stuff like that, which is not very convenient. The good part here with local models is that no data ever leaves your local network. So it's fully private. Local models are fully private. You only need internet to download them. Once they are downloaded to your local machine, you can disconnect from the internet and you can use them without any issues. Let me just switch the cameras again. So that's a huge benefit. Not that one, that one. Okay, that's better. So local models run on your machine, and model suite, as you can see here, this 14B, that means this model is having 14 billion parameters. The more parameters a model, the more parameters a model have, the smarter the model is, and the heavy the model is. So more parameters means heavy and smarter model that requires more resources. Less parameters means not so smart model, but faster, and that can be run on PCs, regular PCs. So that is an important feature and knowledge. So you have to check these things, how many parameters a model is having. If it is too big, the size of the model will be enormous, as you can see here. This is a good example. 8B model, 8 billion parameters of Llama 3 is 4.7 gigabytes. 70B, that 70 billion parameters, is 40 gigabytes. And this is smarter. This model is smarter than this one, but heavier. And you need better machine to run it locally. Much better machine. The rule of thumb for parameters in AI models is the following. You need to run the model normally and flawlessly. You need half the parameters in memory of your graphic card. So for example, to run this model with 70 billion parameters on my local machine, I need to have a GPU, a graphic card, or several graphic cards with 35 gigabytes of VRAM memory. And if I have such a computer, I will be able to run this model like that, very fast. Otherwise, I'll have issues with that model, and that's the approximate rule of thumb for the local models. But as I told you, there are cloud models from very recently. Cloud models are hosted by Ollama, but by their supercomputers, and right now they're completely free. You can use them absolutely for free. And if you go to the models section of Ollama, and if you filter by cloud, let me zoom this, you see, if I zoom this, you are not seeing everything. Let me zoom out. If I filter the models by cloud, I can see all the cloud models. They have this cloud tag. And these models, for example, Deepseek model is enormous, 671 billion parameters. This is a beast. And the size of this model is 404 gigabytes. So imagine if you have to run this on your local machine, you have to have how much memory? Time divided by 2. You have to have 335 gigabytes of video RAM memory, VRAM memory. That's, I don't know, probably more than 10 powerful video cards. Each card should have 20 gigabytes of RAM and each card will cost you probably, I don't know, $2,000 or something like that. Huge, super powerful and expensive computer to run this AI model locally. So instead of doing that, you can just do the following. I'll copy this, and in your terminal you have to type Ollama pool and the model. How to zoom this a bit like that to see it better. So this is how I'll download this model. I already downloaded it, by the way, and as you can see, here it is. And as you can see, it is not taking any space of my laptop because it's in the cloud. And if I press enter, what will happen? Ooh, it started to download it. I'll stop it. Okay, so I guess I don't have to download it again. It start to, I copied the wrong model. It should be the one with cloud, ending with the cloud. I copied the local model. So this is how, sorry about that. This is how I can download and I can start using the Deepseek cloud model. Done. This is it. I now have this model in my Ollama. Let's see something else that I don't have. For example, this model, Kimi 2. And if I want to download it to my computer, I just have to, let me type that, Ollama pool and the model, cloud, the AI cloud model name. And that's it. Look how fast it is. And now if I list my models, I'll see here Kimi K2 model that is not taking any space from my laptop, which is great. And now I can use it. For example, I can start using it right away in my Ollama app. And of course, eventually, I didn't test this model, but eventually I can use it in Home Assistant as well. We may test that. So if I select this, I can start running comments and questions about this. I'm Kimi, your intelligent partner and good friend. Okay, that's it. Now I have Kimi model in my Ollama. And with that, we can move to the next section. So this is a good table that I want to show. Local Ollama models can run on your computer. Cloud models can. They run on someone else's computer. For example, in this example, on Ollama supercomputers, and they give these for free. For now, they may put that behind the paywall in the future, but for now it is all free. You just have to use the cloud models. You have to register. You have to register a free account and you have to log in. I think they support Google account. So if you have a Google account, you just have to log in Ollama. And after you log in, like I did here, after I log into Ollama, I can start using the cloud models up there. So I hope you follow me, and I hope that everything is clear. Please type in the chat, do you want me to talk about Ollama more, or we can go to the Home Assistant part. So please type in the chat, do you want more Ollama info, or we can go to the Home Assistant part. That way you're steering the live stream, and that's better for both sides, me and you. So back to this PDF. Again, the PDF It's yours to have. You can download it by scanning the QR code that you're seeing right now, or by visiting the automatelike.pro/Ollama_cloud. This is the URL where you can download this PDF that we are seeing right now. So, local model versus cloud model. Local models can be run on your computer. Cloud models run outside of your computer and outside of your network. The data is leaving your home network. Cloud models require sign in, so you need a user. You have to log in Ollama with your Google account. Local models doesn't require any sign in. You can download Ollama and start using it right away. I have a question in the chat. Can cloud models run on 8 gigs RAM laptop? Yes, they can. I have 16 gigs laptop and it doesn't matter. The whole load is not on your computer, it is on Ollama cloud computers. So you can run it without any issues on your laptop. You can even try the smaller local ones, but they're not as smart as you see later. But cloud models can be run on your computer without any issues. So go to Ollama, filter by cloud. This is ChatGPT model. This is Alibaba model with visual feature, and this is Deepseek. These are the most popular models right now. So you can try them all, and they're all enormous, very, very big ones. This one, ChatGPT one, is 120 billion parameters. That means in order to run this locally, not on the Ollama cloud, but on your local machine, you have to have a 16 gigs of video card memory. But if you run it in the cloud, you can run it on any PC that is having a Windows, Linux, or Mac. That's all. That's all you need. A Windows, Linux, or Mac with internet connection, and you can run any of these enormous AI models. Okay, back to the PDF. If some of just a question, if some of you manage to download the PDF, please type it in the chat, because I want to test that if everything is fine. Sometimes I did some stupid mistake. I didn't publish the page or something like that, and the downloading of the PDF didn't work for some reason. Please, if you manage to download the PDF right now while we speak, type it in the chat. That way I'll be relieved. And let's continue with that table. Local models doesn't require signing. Cloud models requires you to sign in Ollama with a free account. You don't have to pay anything for now. Local AI models takes your local storage, as you saw in the list command. This one took 5 gigs, this one 3 gigs, and so on and so forth. But the cloud models are not taking any disk space on my laptop. So that's the other difference. Local models doesn't need internet. Cloud models requires internet. Otherwise they will not work. And both type of AI models can support tools. And tools is a must-have if you want this AI model to control your Home Assistant devices and entities. Okay, we have, yes, I downloaded the PDF from your email. No props. Thank you. Thank you, Hozat. Thank you for that confirmation. I needed that. And we have one more question. Are the cloud models censored or uncensored? I don't know. I don't know. You better test that. I don't know. You just have to download Ollama and to type one command, Ollama pull, and then the model, and then you can start interacting with the AI model, and you can double check that. I didn't check it, so I cannot answer. Cloud models don't take up space on your device, but you need an account to use them. Okay. There is one feature that AI models have, some of them, and this is thinking mode. Let me quickly show you. If a model is having this thinking tag, as you can see here, ChatGPT model is having thinking tag, but the Qwen model is not having this thinking tag. That means this model is having a feature called think. Let me show you in Ollama, and later I'll show you in Home Assistant. If I select this model, ChatGPT model, I can enable thinking. Here it is, low, medium. There are some different stages here for thinking. And if thinking is enabled, the model will think more on your question or your prompt and will answer after with few seconds more. So if thinking is supported, the answer will be slower but better in general. That's not always the case, but most of the time. And as you can see here, you can define the level of thinking. So if thinking is with high level, it will think more on your problem. If it is low, it will think faster, and it will answer faster. So thinking is another feature that some AI models support, and you can play around with it also in Home Assistant, as you're about to see. And let's continue forward. I will use my cheat sheet, my PDF, to continue. I also check my notes. So I told you about the Ollama. What is Ollama? I told you about the PDF. I told you about the after party, because we are having an after party in my Discord server, and you can join after this live stream in my Discord, and we can continue the fun there. I showed you how you can download and install Ollama. I showed you how to run models. I told you what's the difference between local and cloud models. This is one good link that is from Alan Porter, who is checking constantly all of the most popular AI models and how they are perform in Home Assistant, and it is ranking them. For example, according to this leaderboard, Gemini 2.5 Flash, that's a Google AI model, is the best one at the moment to run in Home Assistant. As you can see, this is the score of this model, and the tests that he's doing are pretty impressive. It creates a synthetic home with some devices and entities inside, and it runs questions and sentences using these AI models towards these devices. And based on the answers, he scored these results somehow, and it sorted them by, I don't know, some things, questions, automations, and it is a good way to check what's the current status of the AI models in Home Assistant. I'll share the link in the chat if you want to further check it out. It is well documented, and you can see the results by yourself if you don't believe me. So I told you about model size. I told you about all these things here. Thinking mode, only models that supports tools may control Home Assistant. I told you about basic commands, and we are here, guys. Home Assistant integration. Do you have any questions so far regarding Ollama? Please type them in the chat and I'll try to answer if I can. Meanwhile, you can download the PDF. You can also join in my Discord server because we are having an after party. If we gather enough people, we are having this after party. If I'm alone, I cannot party alone, so I'll just leave. But that is after the stream, not right now. We are having the party right now in YouTube. But after that, we are going to switch the places and we are going to Discord. So let me change the screen again to this one. And we are continue with my PDF, where it is. This is it. This is the PDF that I told you about. This is how it is looking like. It is yours to have. You just have to download it from the links that I shared. Okay, thinking mode, part 2, connecting Ollama to Home Assistant. That is very easy. I'll quickly show you how you can do that. It is well explained in the PDF. You have to open your Home Assistant. You have to go to the integrations. You have to find Ollama and you have to type the URL of your laptop. That's it. Let me show you these steps quickly. So I'll press the C key on my button on my keyboard to invoke this command search bar and I'll type integrations. Then I'll select and navigate integrations. I already added Ollama, but nevertheless I'll show you how you can add it as well. So Ollama is already added. This integration is active, ready to be used by us right now in this live stream. So I clicked on add integration. I'll search for Ollama. And here for the URL, I have to type the following thing. I have to check what's my IP of this laptop because this laptop is running my Ollama. And to check it, I can click on this Wi-Fi icon and I can see that my IP address of my laptop is this one. 10.0.0.117 and I have to use that, but before that I have to type HTTP, then the IP, and at the end I have to type the default port of Ollama. So this is the correct format that should be used. If you skip the HTTP part, it will not work. If you skip the port part, it will not work. If you did a mistake with your IP, it will not work. If you forgot to expose the Ollama to your home network from this switch, it will not work. So these are the important things to make it work. You have to expose Ollama over your home network. You have to check the IP of your device that is running Ollama, and you have to type it here, but before the IP you have to type HTTP, and after the IP you have to type colon and this port. Let me double check the port. Yes, this is it, 11434. So this is how you can add Ollama in your Home Assistant. Once Ollama is inside Home Assistant, add as integration, you can start adding conversation agents and AI tasks, AI models. You just have to click on whatever you want to add and you have to type a few things. For example, name. This name can be anything. Model, as you can see here in the brackets, I'm seeing downloaded. That means this model is already downloaded by pull command. If you remember, Ollama pull and then the model name. If I did that, I can select that model right now and I can start using it right away. There are some models, actually these are all Ollama models that are not having downloaded next to their name. And if I select such a model and if I click submit, this model will be downloaded in the background, and after that you can start using it eventually. So if you remember, I downloaded the Kimi K2 cloud model during this live stream, and now I can select it right here. It is downloaded in downloaded state. I can select it. Let me add this model in Home Assistant. We are going to test it right now. I want to add this Kimi K2 in the name of this conversation agent because I have more than 10 such conversation agents, and it is a mess if I leave the default name only. The next important thing are instructions. I will leave them as they are because they are good enough. Of course, you can add or remove things from here. These are general instructions towards the... Let me try to zoom this. I think that's better. These are general instructions toward the LLM model, large language model or AI model. Next option that is important is control Home Assistant. If you remember, if the cloud is having these two tools tag, that means it eventually can control your Home Assistant. So I'll enable this. So if this K2, let me check what was the status. No, this Kimi K2 is not having tools feature, so it will not be able to control my Home Assistant. So I will disable that. There is no point to enable it at all. These parameters, let me zoom out. These 3 parameters right here, I'm not changing them at all. I am leaving them as they are. And the last one is think before responding. I told you about this thinking option as well, but Kimi K2 is not support thinking also, so I'll not enable this. And I'll just click on submit. And just like that, I'm having Kimi K2 model in my Home Assistant as conversation agent. Look how many conversation and AI task things I'm having. Here it is. I just search for it, and here it is. And I can start interacting with the model via assist. Let's see, is it going to work? List all lights. This is the answer. It works, but it cannot see what I have. And it recommends me how to check some things, which is not very convenient. Okay, we are going to ignore this model because it seems that it is useless for Home Assistant. And we are going to continue forward to the next steps, which are, I told you about how to add this Ollama in Home Assistant. And let's talk about conversation agents and AI tasks. What actually these things are. And simply said, of course, there are some nuances and some complications, but simply said, conversation agents are allow you to talk or write to AI through Home Assistant with your voice or by typing, just like you saw. If I click on A button on my keyboard, I can invoke this assist dialog. And if I configured assistants here with these AI models, I can start write to them, or I can go to the Ollama integration, just like I did a few seconds ago. And let me show you that again. Where is conversation agent? This is a local one. I have a mix of local and cloud conversation agents. That's why they are so, the list is so big. And this is how I can start talk to this Deepseek 3.1 671 billion beast model. I can start talking, asking some stuff. From here, I can configure this as assistant pipeline, and I can use it in my assist via voice. If I have a Home Assistant voice PE or other device capable of voice controlling Home Assistant, I can use this model in that way, or I can type commands. And this is conversation agents. Simply said, what is conversation agent? AI task, on the other hand, allows you to automate actions powered by AI. So AI task can be put in actions of your automations. Conversation agents, you can talk to them or you can write to them, and AI tasks you can put in actions of your Home Assistant automations. This is the big differences between these things. And as you saw, you can add them from your Ollama Home Assistant integration. You can add conversation agent, or you can add AI task. Adding AI task is very similar. You have to type a name. You have to select a model from this list. It doesn't matter. These things are not I'm not changing them at all, and you can enable or disable thinking if the model supports that. I hope I managed to explain, and we are moving forward to the next topic. Let me check my notes as well. Ollama integration, conversation agent versus AI task. And now let's dive deep in conversation agents, and especially in the cloud one. These are the cloud models that we are going to test. Deepseek, ChatGPT model code, GPT OSS, and Qwen. This is coming from Alibaba, and it is very capable model, but you see that. And in order to test these models quickly, because you can play all day long with these things, to test them quickly, I created in advance one script that I'm going to show you. This script actually run one and the same command to all of these cloud AI models. So let me show you. This is the script. I'll open another window. I'll go to the scripts section of Home Assistant, and this is it. The YAML code of this script is in the PDF. You can get it for free. Just download the PDF, and you have the scripts right here by following this link. And you can copy and paste the script in your Home Assistant, and you can start using it. This script is doing the following. It is having a... Let me show you the script, actually. I'll just run it. This is how you can run it. And here I can type a prompt, AI prompt, what I want the AI models to do. When I tap anything here, and when I click on run, this script will execute this prompt towards all of these three cloud models that I showed you. And this is what the script is doing. Let's test this. List all lights. It takes up to, I don't know, around 20 seconds to respond. And the response will be created as persistent notification right here in the notification section of Home Assistant. It will be shown there, and the script is done, and this is the result. So Deepseek, let me zoom this. Deepseek model, the enormous beast model, is showing this, which is not correct. I'm not having such lights. This is pure hallucination, guys. I'm not having such lights, and I'll show you in just a second. But the answer seems very legit, and if you don't know the details, you may believe that. Not a good thing for this model. The ChatGPT model is answering the following, which is correct. These are all my light entities in this Home Assistant, and Qwen, that is Qwen 3, that is the model coming from Alibaba, is actually saying the same thing. So these two models answered correctly. Deepseek answers hallucinating. Is hallucinating. Let me show you the lights that I have. Kitchen light, entry light, bedroom light, family room lamp, and so on and so forth. Just like here. So this is the correct answer. These two models answered correctly, but Deepseek failed. And let me go back to the YAML code of this script, because I want to show you how you can use it on your environment if you wish. You have to follow this link. Come on, I want to open it. No, not right here. You have to open the link from the PDF. You have to copy the YAML code. Then you have to go back to your Home Assistant, scripts. You have to, come on, zoom out. Zoom out. You have to create a new script. You have to go to YAML code. You have to delete the content of this empty script, and you have to paste my script. And then you have to save. And afterwards, you can start using this script, but this is not something special. This script is actually executing this same prompt to these three AI models and log the response as a notification. This is what actually it is doing. But let's test it again with something more interesting. Some other prompt. I'll run it again. And what I can ask, what is the latest HA Home Assistant, but with only the first letters of the words. Home Assistant, what is the latest HA version? And turn on the what? Kitchen light. Turn on, I turn it off. Turn on the kitchen light. Okay, this is my prompt. What is the latest HA version, Home Assistant version, and turn on the kitchen light. Currently, the kitchen light is off. I don't know which one of the LLM models will turn it on, and if someone will turn it on. Yes, I have one of the models turned on the kitchen light. Let's see the result here. It is still running, and now it is in idle state. I have a new notification here, and let me zoom this. The prompt is, what is the latest HA version? Deepseek said the latest stable version of Home Assistant is 2024.11.1. I don't know why. This model is not very useful at the moment in Home Assistant. ChatGPT model said that the latest version is 2025.10.0. Not correct, but at least close. We have 2025.11 release, and we have several minor releases of .10.5. I don't know what was the .4. Probably was the latest one. And Qwen 3 answered the latest Home Assistant version is 2024.5. Check the official site for updates. and the kitchen light is on. So either this cloud model, ChatGPT model, or Qwen turned on the kitchen light. It is not easy to debug because I didn't ask them as assistants. If I have these models as assistant, I can eventually debug what happened. I can dig in the logs and I can eventually find who's the model that turned on the lights, but that's not so important right now. And let's move forward. So this is how you can quickly test the models. Of course, this script can be configured for local models, not only for the cloud. But cloud models are now interesting because they're free and they're super clever in theory, although the results are not in their favor for now. But they're good, I don't know, toy to play with. What else we can ask? If you have some ideas about questions and prompts, type them in the chat. I will be glad to execute them for you. So please type in the chat. I want to interact with you. I have some notes about these models, and I summarized these notes in my PDF. Let me zoom this. Also here, but let me show you the summary in the PDF, because as I told you, this PDF is going with this live stream, and they are great combo. So assist, that means controlling Home Assistant devices, is not working in Deepseek model. Assist is not working. This model is not having a tools feature, but it is working, as you saw in ChatGPT model as well as in the Qwen. So these two models can control your Home Assistant devices and entities if they are exposed. So in order these models to control your Home Assistant, you have to expose some devices from this tab right here. Voice Assistant, expose, and you can expose entities or hide entities that you don't want the AI to control. So if you want Assist, to work for you, you can, and if you want to use cloud models, you can stick with either ChatGPT or Qwen model. Only ChatGPT support web search. That means it can query stuff in the internet. You can ask, for example, what are the latest results from yesterday's soccer matches, or I don't know, whatever you wish, and eventually this model will answer correctly. The other two models will fail, although the Qwen 3, when I started to initially test these things, Qwen 3 was working initially, but then it stops. So that is the, I don't know, one of the drawbacks of the cloud things. So one day they can work, the next day they can require money, or they can stop working, or whatever. So initially this was working, now it is not. Thinking seems that is okay in all models. That means I'm not seeing any errors when thinking is enabled. So if I add a model, Deepseek 671 billion parameters cloud model, and if I enable thinking, and if I click submit, it is working, and I can communicate with this model. I'm not sure if thinking is really working or it just allows me to enable this switch, but in theory, thinking is working with all the models. Image recognition is interesting one. In theory, only this Qwen 3 model VL is supporting image recognition, and actually it is working, and I'll show you that in just a second. But it is not working when the request is to answer in structured mode. And that is important. For example, if I want to count persons in my picture from my security camera, and I want the result to be structured, so I can count the number, actually, it is not working. But if I ask this model to recognize what is on a picture, it will work. So it is usable for sure, but not for any cases. The other models are not supporting image recognition at all. The ChatGPT and Deepseek are not supporting image recognition, but this one is partially supported. Welcome Home is an automation that we are going to test later. And it is working with all models. And some additional notes, all models hallucinate, especially the Deepseek, as you saw live a few minutes ago. Hello, said Valerio. Hello, Valerio. And hi to Sweden. Hello, hello, hello. Greece, Eritrea. I've never been there in Eritrea. Never mind. Let me show you the image recognition. And after that, we are going to play with AI task and this welcome home automation that is using AI models. So let's test this model, because as I told you, only this model supports image recognition. If you remember, if I select all cloud models, if I found the Qwen 3 VL model, I will find this vision tag. Look at that. Vision tag means this model can do image recognition. So let's test this right now in our Home Assistant, of course, not outside of Home Assistant, because it is not so interesting outside of Home Assistant. To test it, I'll go to Developer Tools of Home Assistant, Actions, and what was the generate data? Yes, this one. Structure. Yes, this is the service or actions that I'm going to use, and to actually run it, this is part of AI task functionality, but nevertheless we are going to test it right now before we even spoke about AI task. But no problems. Let's test the image recognition. Task name can be anything. For example, test instructions. What is on this picture? Entity ID. I'll enable entity ID, and I'll search for Qwen 3 VL 235 billion model cloud. This is the model that I want to use. This one, which is downloaded, actually put on my Ollama. Structured output, as I told you, this thing is not working, unfortunately. And as attachment, I can attach any media, picture, or even video, I don't know. This one, for example, my avatar. And I'll just start this. Eventually, I'll see a response, and this is the response. The picture shows a person with short dark hair wearing a black shirt, and good, it is working. And I can upload more images in my media here somewhere, and I can ask the AI to recognize what's on these images, but that's not very interesting. The interesting part here is that you can use your camera images, your security camera. If you have security cameras in your Home Assistant, you can take a snapshot from the video stream when some event is triggered. For example, there is a motion detection or something like that. You can take a snapshot from your security camera and you can ask the AI, this model, absolutely for free to describe what's on the picture. Are you seeing, and you can ask specific questions. For example, are you seeing any people on this picture? How many people are you seeing? Do you see any cats? And the result, this one, can be sent to your phones or, I don't know, whatever you wish. This is Home Assistant, guys. You can do whatever you wish with the response. Where is the... Oh, No. I close this window with the response of the AI model. Nevertheless, let me execute it again. This response can be sent to my phone, for example, and this picture can be a security camera snapshot. And that way you have a great security system that is also fun to use, because you can ask the AI to respond in a funny way or anything. You can do whatever you wish in these instructions. For example, tell me what's on the picture in a funny passive-aggressive style, and you can expect a funny text that you can send to everyone at your household, and you all have a topic to discuss on a dinner. And let's continue forward. We covered these things so far. I told you about the AI comparison script demo. I told you how you can get it from the PDF that is free. The PDF can be downloaded from the link right here, or you can scan the QR code. Голямо браво за труда. Thank you, Vladi. Big bravo for the effort, he's saying in Bulgaria. Vladi, thank you, Vladi. We are continue with this stream, and again, you can join the after party in my Discord. And the link to the after party, actually the invite link, can be found in the chat. I will copy it and paste it again. So follow this link, you join my Discord server, and if enough people are willing to have after party, we will have an after party after this stream ends. Okay, let's continue. So we are here. AI task. I told you in the beginning, not in the beginning, but somewhere in the middle, we have conversation agents and AI tasks. Conversation agents help you to write or talk to the AI via Home Assistant. AI tasks, as you saw, can be put in actions in your Home Assistant automations in the actions part. Or you can use the developer tools to check some things, and if they are working fine, you can put it in your automations. And actually, this is what I wanted to show you when I start talking about AI task, generate data, and I showed you that. This was the generate data action. This is it. And this is how you can use it to do image recognition using the Qwen 3VL model for free. And this model is a beast as well. If you want to run this model locally, not on Ollama Cloud, but if you want to run it on your local machine, you have to have 235 billion parameters divided by 2. you have to have 120 gigabytes of video RAM, VRAM, video RAM memory. And to have that, you need a lot of money to buy such a computer with so many video cards. Probably, I don't know, more than 20k euros or even more. I don't know. You have to ask AI how much such a computer can cost, and it will answer you. So, generate data, we cover this. And the next thing is generate welcome home message automation demo. Let me show you that. This is an automation, home assistant automation, that is also available in the PDF right here as a YAML code. This is it. You can follow this GitHub link and you have the YAML code. And what this automation is doing, when you arrive home, the AI writes and speaks a friendly message personalized for you. And let me show you this automation. I'll go to the automation section of my home assistant. And this is the automation. When Kyrios when Kyrios state changes to home, this is the trigger. So when I arrive home, this is just a demo home assistant. So actually this person is not linked to any device. So the other option to test this is to use this helper. I'll enable it and I'll show you what I'm about to do. So when this start automation helper or button change its state, it will trigger the automation. And that is way easier to test this automation live. Of course, in real world scenario, this trigger is pretty fine. When you arrive home, of course, you can change the entity with your person, your username, and I have no conditions. Then do this action. Use generate data. This is AI task.generate data. AI task generate data. This is the action that we are going to use. Task name can be anything. I name it welcome message, but you can use whatever is meaningful for you. And these are the instructions. Let me zoom this a bit. Generate a short friendly welcome home message for. This is a template that refers my trigger. The trigger, I backed too much. This is a template to refer this entity, actually. So, of course, you can change that. Generate a very short, latest, most interesting international soccer result summary and add dates. Provide only one response and don't give options. So I'm asking the AI to greet me, and I'm using a template that refers to the trigger of this automation. So in theory, this should be replaced with Kyrio, because I'm Kyrio and my username is Kyrio and my person is Kyrio. And when I go back home, it will trigger the automation eventually. So, and the second part is generate a short, most interesting soccer result summary, add dates, and provide only one response. Because sometimes AI models provide 2 or 3 responses and you can choose which one suits you better. And I don't want that in Home Assistant. I want only one response. I didn't want to choose, and I want only one to hear only one thing, not 3 or 2. So this is the prompt to the AI. This is where entity ID, this is where I can choose my AI model. If this is not enabled, Home Assistant will use your default entity. If this is set, of course. If not, it will show an error. Where was that? I forgot. Sorry for that, I forgot where it is. No network. So there is a menu, but I forgot where it is. Oh, here it is. In System General, there is a menu for AI suggestions, and here you can select default models for data generation tasks and for image recognition. And if this is selected here in this menu, you can skip selecting entity ID in your automations, and this default model will be used. But if you specify here an entity and model, it will override this selection. So I hope I managed to explain. If this is selected and if no entity ID is selected in your automations, it will use the default one. Otherwise, it will use the one that it is selected here. It is a mess, sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's not very hard. You have a default entity, and you can override the default entity, default AI model from here. That's it. And I'm going to override it, and I'm going to use Deepseek, the biggest AI model that we are having right now, cloud model. I will skip the structured output. I will not have any attachments. And the result from this prompt will be stored in this variable, AI response. So I'm asking AI, especially the Deepseek AI, the biggest cloud model available right now in Ollama cloud models, to execute these things. But let me check my PDF. Web search was not working with Deepseek, so this will fail miserably. Web search is not working with Deepseek, so this is not going to work. The only cloud model that supports web search is this one, so we are going to change it. We're going to use ChatGPT model, where it is, this one. And now this automation is using ChatGPT cloud model, and the result again will be stored in AI response variable. And as other action, second action, I will want the AI response data to be created as persistent notification. That means I'll receive the answer right here. I'll clear this persistent notification. Eventually, this action is disabled right now, but I can enable it, and I can select a media player here, and if this media player support text-to-speech, I will hear the response from my media player as well, which is great. That's the whole point here, to automate things and make them convenient for us. So let's test this automation, and to test it, I have to either change my state to home, or I can press this button on my dashboard, which is a helper. And if this button, this one, start automation, if this button change its state, it will start, let me close some, it will start the automation. What do you prefer? Do you want me to click this button, or do you want me to change the state of my person? Let's test both things. I'll click this button first. As you can see, this trigger is triggered, and now the actions are executed. Eventually, if everything is fine, I will have a notification. But did I save this automation? I'm not sure. the save button is visible. Maybe I didn't save the automation. Nevertheless, I'm having an answer. Welcome home, smiley face. The template is empty because I didn't trigger the automation from changing the state of my person. And that's why it's empty, but the AI, the other automation also started because the trigger is the same. Never mind. This is the second automation that we are going to test live, but in a few minutes. Right now we are on this one. Welcome home, smiley face, lights on, and coffee brewing. Latest soccer: Spain 2, Germany 1. November 4th, Brazil 3, Argentina 2, November 5. Okay, we have a greeting that is okay, but we have some scores that probably are not true. I don't know. I'm not following the soccer lately. McCroy said you can also use the burger menu in the upper corner. Perform action. Yes, I can. Do we have some soccer fans in this live stream? If yes, please, can you confirm, are these results real or not? Do you know that Spain and Germany played soccer 2 days ago? Do you know that Brazil and Argentina played soccer yesterday? And are these results true? Maybe they are not, because these AI models tend to hallucinate. This is called hallucination. They said things that are not true, but they are doing it in a great way that you can easily mistake that this is true. Come on, zoom out. And I'm not sure which model response, and because I didn't save the automation, and that's why I'll execute it again, same way, because it's faster. Let's see. We have another format. Welcome back. The house is set just the way you like it. Lights on. November 4th, England, Germany. Germany seems to play 2 matches in one day. Euro 2028 qualifier. Go by Kane. That seems more legit. I don't know. Is it true or not? Messi. Is Messi still playing for Argentina? I don't know. Brazil and France, Spain and Portugal. Good. I have some answer, but I'm not sure is it true. If someone can confirm these answers, it will be great. This is our second automation that we are going to test, but later. Okay. It seems that the first time I was using another cloud AI model. Now I'm using OpenAI ChatGPT model, cloud model, and it answers in different way, in different format, and I'm not sure is this answer true or not. Maybe you can check and share this info in the chat. The other option that I wanted to show you is this, how I can trigger this trigger from developer tools. We start this automation for the third and last time. I'll go to states. I will search for my person Kirill. Currently the state is home. I'll set it to whatever I wish, not home. And then to home again. That way I will trigger the first trigger when person Kirill changes to home, and I have this greeting message. Welcome home, Kirill. This time template works, and that's great because the expected trigger triggered the automation. And we have similar matches. I forgot the results. England 2, Germany 1. I don't know. Probably that's the same answer. Too bad that I deleted the previous one. Let's run it one more time. I will not clear this result. And if we have the same results twice, probably they are true. I don't know. Again, if we have soccer fans in the chat that know if their matches are real, please share this info. So Brazil, Argentina. Look at that, guys. Brazil, Argentina, November 4th, 2-1. Brazil, Argentina, 3-2, November 5th. So this is total hallucination. Spain 3, Germany 0. Spain 1, Portugal 0. Total. I don't want to say that word. So these results are not true. It's pure hallucination from this ChatGPT model, and this is a good proof that you have to use AI carefully in your Home Assistant. You have to expose only entities that are not so important, and you have to use AI for stuff like the next automation, because next automation nail it. Actually, it is made for AI. Let me show you. Welcome home message. We covered that, but the next automation is really, really useful, and AI rocks in this automation. And I'm about to run this automation daily. I did a video several months ago about it, but I did it on a test environment, and since then I didn't have enough time to move this automation to my prod environment, but I will do that because this automation is crazy useful. Let me show you. It is called weather-based clothing suggestion, and what this automation is doing, the trigger is, in our case, the same when I press this button. This is the trigger, but it can be anything. It can be every morning at 8 a.m. Start this. And when this automation is started, it will perform 4 actions. Of course, this is customizable. First action is get forecast for my home, and this forecast will be hourly based, hourly forecast. So I'll invoke a weather forecast service. This service, let me show you. It is a free service. I'll open somewhere here. Home Assistant web page. Integration. Met.no. This institute is providing a weather forecast service for free, and you can add it to your Home Assistant, and you can configure your coordinates, and it will start providing you with weather forecast, and hourly forecast and daily forecast is supported. And I already added that service in my Home Assistant, as you can see here. Settings, devices. Here it is. Met.no web service is already added in my Home Assistant, and I can use it. And this is what I'm doing in this section. I'm asking this service to provide me with hourly forecast, and I stored the result in this hourly forecast variable. Look at that. That's important. So I store this result to this variable. After that, I'm using this template to make this data, because this data is one big page of hours and stuff like temperature is this one, humidity is this one, UV index is this one, and so forth, and so on and so forth. And with this template, I'm splitting the info in chunks. And don't worry, you can get the YAML code from the PDF, and you don't have to memorize the template. The YAML code is available here. Weather-based clothing suggestions. You can get it from the PDF. So don't worry, I'm just explaining this automation on a high level. And the next action is AI task generate data. The name is this one. The name can be anything. The instructions are this one. Here is the upcoming hourly weather forecast in JSON format. Based on this data, suggest appropriate clothing in a short funny message. Provide only one suggestion. Focus on UV index. I can focus here on anything. Focus on rain hours, for example. And this will change the automation completely. I will use this model, but I can change it to whatever model I wish. Let's check the Deepseek model, because any model can do that. Actually, you gather a lot of information in JSON format. That is a weather forecast. And you put all that data to this AI model to summarize it. And AI is very good in that part. It can summarize a lot of text in very good manner. And this is what exactly we are doing here. So I'm going to use Deepseek, but any model can do that. You can test by yourself which one is working best for you. Again, the response from this prompt, this request to the AI, will be stored in this AI response variable. And finally, the fourth action will share the result of this AI response variable as persistent notification. So let's start this automation. We already started it a few times because I didn't disable this automation before. So let's see. I want to disable that automation. First one. Let me quickly do that. I'll disable the generate welcome home message, and I'll leave only the clothing suggestion automation. This takes some time, and if everything is fine, I'll have a notification. But it doesn't matter. I'm not in a hurry usually. I will probably schedule work day in the morning, and here is the result. Don't forget your sunscreen. Even though the UV index, I didn't save the automation, and now the instructions are focused on the UV index. The clouds are acting like they're trying to sneak in a 10 for you. Not a very impressive response, but it managed to, let me show you what it managed to do. I didn't save the automation. That is why it didn't focus on the rain hours. But let me show you the traces of this automation. This is the first action. Get hourly forecast from the Metno web service. This is the second. Look at the result from this first action. This is what I'm getting as a result, and I'm asking the AI to summarize all this data, which is an hourly forecast data that contain wind bearing, cloud coverage, UV index, temperature, everything. And I'm copying and pasting everything from here into the AI cloud, into AI cloud model. And I'm asking this AI cloud model to summarize it in a way I want. This is what I'm doing. This is the next action. This template that makes the data in chunks in JSON, and this is the generate data AI task action that is using Qwen 3 local model. I'm using local model now. Let's try with cloud model, and let's try with rain. And this is the result. And this result is populated in my notifications. Let's change this automation a bit. This time we are going to use Deepseek, and we are going to focus on rain hours. And we are going to execute it again. You just saw that with the same success I can use local cloud models from Ollama, and they are working also. Or I can use cloud models as well. Again, some time is needed for Deepseek to answer, and eventually I'll have a new notification with a clothing suggestion notification. And what do you think, guys? Do you think this automation useful or not? If you want to use it as well, to test it as well, download the... Oh, I'm on that screen. Okay, so you're seeing the URL on your screen. Download it from automatelac.pro/cloud, or no, Ollama _cloud. Get it from there. You're seeing the URL on your screen, or you can scan the QR code and you can download the PDF. And on page 7, you can get the YAML code of this automation, and you can play around with it. What happened? Come on. Deepseek, you are total failure in Home Assistant. Deepseek, it's still thinking, or I don't know what is happening. Let's see the trace. Oh, we have an error. Upstream error. Deepseek is not able to process this data. Let's try with some other cloud model. Let's try with what? ChatGPT OSS cloud model. I will start this automation again. The trigger is triggered, and look how fast I have a result. Grab your superhero level raincoat, splash proof boots, and an umbrella because the sky is about to host a soggy stand-up routine. Okay, that's a funny message. I am asking the AI to respond in a funny way, but I can ask it whatever I want. I can just change the instruction here. Focus on rain hours and tell me when exactly it is going to rain. I'll save it again and I'll start this automation again. I hope this time the result will be more useful. USA. Okay. Hello, we have another guy from USA. We are playing around with Home Assistant and cloud models right now. And after these 3 months, we are going to have an after party if enough of you are willing to have such a party. And this after party will be in my Discord server. The invite can be found, the invite to this Discord server can be found in the chat. Okay, this is the result from the last automation execution. Grab your Apocalypse Ready rain jacket. You need a full soggy armor from 5 UTC till 15 UTC on November 8th. Okay, great. That's a usable result, and I can play this on my speakers. I can send this to my phone daily, and it is totally free, guys, and it is working blazing fast as you saw. I can use even cloud, local LLM models, AI models, or cloud models. What happened with my Home Assistant? I don't know. Let's test the Qwen 3 model, cloud model as well, one more time. So we test Deepseek. Deepseek failed miserably again, so I don't recommend Deepseek 3.1 for Home Assistant. But ChatGPT model worked. Let's test the Qwen model. I'll press this start automation button. The automation is triggered, and eventually we will see the results here in the notification section of my Home Assistant. We are not having an answer yet. That is not a good sign usually. The cloud models, oh, we have it. But it took some time. Rain throwing a 10-hour downpour party from 5 a.m. till 3 p.m. So the same slot is mentioned as before, and a different message, even an emoji, which is not good for media players. I can say in the instructions don't use emojis, and no emojis will be sent to my media player. Let me change the view a bit. No, not that one. Sorry. Oh. Okay, it doesn't matter. I showed you the instructions already. And with that, we are almost at the end. Again, if enough of you, let me start a poll, guys. I'll start a quick poll. And I'll show you what I'm doing. I lost my chat. Where is my chat? I'm lost my YouTube chat. Here it is. I found it. It's on another. Here it is. So I will start a poll. Okay. Do you want an after party in my Discord after this stream ends? And you can vote with yes or no. If enough of you wants the after party, we will continue this stream in the Discord. And to join in the Discord, you can use this invite link, copy link, and I'll paste it in the chat again for the third time, probably, I don't know. Let me show you the Discord, how it is looking like. Here it is. And this is how the Discord is looking like. We have the party here in this meetup voice channel here. I even joined that in that channel right now. So if enough of you are willing to have this after party, we will go and have it. I have to leave. Thanks a lot, Seth McCroy. No problem, McCroy. See you around. And while you're voting, I'm opening the Q&A session. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat. Please also vote in the poll. And meanwhile, I'll check, did I miss something important? But I think we are covered everything. What time is it? Whoa, we are 2 hours. The time was passing very quickly. I thought we are about an hour or something, but we are approaching 2 hours live stream. Again, I guess I'm not able to make a short live stream. It have to be long. But I'm hoping that the value that I'm giving is valuable. The value I'm giving is valuable. Very clever. No problem. Let's continue. I'll check the poll. Somebody, actually, only one person probably votes. No, 3 votes. 100% no. So you don't want after party. Okay, no problem. If you have any questions, type them in the chat. If not, we can conclude this and we'll see each other around. If you have any questions, type them in the chat. I will wait a bit and after that I'll close this. Are you going to use Ollama? Yes or no? It's after midnight in South Africa, so I have to sleep. Have a busy day this morning. It is after midnight here in Bulgaria as well. It is 20 minutes after midnight. No problem. Good night. Greetings to South Africa. I hope I will visit this country someday. I've never been in Africa, in any country in Africa yet. I've been in Asia, actually Europe and Asia, some islands, but not in Africa, not in North or South America. But I probably fix that in the future. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not seeing any questions. I hope I managed to explain this good. Again, download the PDF because the PDF and this live stream are a great combo, and if you have them both, you'll be able to run Ollama in your Home Assistant very quickly. If you have any questions, you can always reach me via comments of this YouTube stream. Also subscribe to this channel because I want to reach 100k subscribers before I'm too old to read my own automations. And that's it. Subscribe for my channel. Thank you one more time. See you around.